Back on the Ride Not Lounge Saturday afternoon. DSN WR 1620 AM and iHeartRadio. And we big thanks to, again, our guest today. We've had a great show. But we are joined by two people. And one of the gentlemen, before we start, it kind of starts my whole radio journey. How I got started in this thing about 6-7 years ago, and this brother here was doing some great things with his music. He's obviously joined with a celebrity superstar artist, and they've come together as a nice trio that I think is making fantastic music. I think something you want to listen to. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 950 Lounge. Mr. Norm Adams and lovely Julia Robertson. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I mean, Norm, we kind of go back a little bit, man.
Yes, we do.
It's funny because we ran to the Bobby Simmons show that Wednesday. And it was a cold day. I'm like, oh man, it's freezing.
It's also a cold day today.
Yeah. No, this is just damn. That was cold. I ran the hallway and said, I like Norm Adams. And it was Norm, and obviously I'm glad we was able to meet, catch up, and get you here. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And Julia, again, your musical talents follow you, and you guys have now put this thing together. So, talk about the union. Obviously, you both had pretty good independent careers, and you probably still do. Yeah. But you come together for this project here. Talk about how you guys met and why you decided to kind of team up and become the Wonder Twins.
That's what we are. All good though. Well, Julia and I actually met when she was doing a play called the Wanderers Game, and they had a cast party the night before the play opened, and so I went to the cast party, and that's
you want her
actually
autograph?
Yeah, I was just so enamored.
Who you be?
No, actually, the play is based on a novel that was written by her manager, Carrie D. Singleton, and he's also a good friend of mine. And so I went to the party, and we were introduced, and we became friends, and it was cool, and we did the whole social media thing and everything. Right. And one day, a mutual friend of ours on social media had posted something like, wouldn't it be cool if, Norm Adams and Julia Robertson did a song together? Because, they're my two favorite singers. And, I didn't really think much of it, at the time because, she had this great history with ex-girlfriend.
And you work alone.
I
don't share the mic with nobody.
Ain't share the mic yet. Sisters ain't share the mic. I just honestly,
back off me, woman.
It was well, y'all wild.
This is a tough crowd here, I'm trying to keep the duo together. I ain't trying to separate it. We separate people. I was letting you know.
One
show at a time. Solid as a rock here.
But I'm just kind of sit back and see what's gonna happen. So she actually responded that she'd be interested in doing it, and so I had written this song a while back, but it was just kind of one of those songs as a writer you kind of put into your catalog until the right situation comes about, So no matter, I had done some things with it, previously, but it just wasn't right until the duet situation was suggested, and so I sent her a demo of the song, and she loved it, and we just kind of talked a little bit about it back and forth, and then she came out to my house a couple weeks later, and then we got to work on it, and that's how it began.
No doubt, and Julia, again, as Norm said, you've had a great career before this. You've done some great things. Ex-girlfriend, working with Full Force in that group, and it's funny because I was at an event. Big shout out to The Essence on Monday night, where Lisa Lisa was one of the speakers, and she talked about her introduction to Full Force and how that all worked out. But talk about working with Norm. Obviously, you used to be in with a group, but then you've done some solo projects. But talk about this duet option and where you found the value at it.
I just saw a great opportunity. He has a great talent, and I saw that in him, and I just ran with it, And then I was trying to do something solo for myself, so this hit a home run for me.
Without question. Now, you guys are both veterans in the music game. But right now, if I'm right, you're running independent, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Talk about those challenges, because obviously, again, as an independent artist, when you gotta maybe have a manager, but most of it's on you. The promotion's on you. The setting up the shows is on you. The image is on you. The video is on you. Talk about those challenges and how you know how to perfect that to make it work for you guys.
Well, you know what? A lot of it is just kind of, there's a lot of hit and miss, and you're right, there are a lot of challenges because as a self-contained entity, you are responsible for everything.
Right.
It's the biggest challenge, obviously, being financial because you have to, if you want to compete with projects that are coming out of the major labels, you have to be of that mindset yourself, and you have to be, willing and able to, to invest the resources in your projects. So you need to have something that you unequivocally believe in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't believe in it, then you're not going to be able to convince others to believe in it as well.
Right.
Exactly. So, and if you have that, then you're more, more willing and more likely, to go ahead and do what you need to do. But yeah, you're right. I mean, everything, just financing everything, the recording, the video, the styling, the photo shoot, everything, the promotion, everything, is on you. But on the upside, creatively,
I was about to say that.
It's
so much better.
You're in the driver's seat.
You could do whatever you want.
Right.
And it just works.
You mentioned, so it's kind of a breath of fresh air. Unlike,
it is. It really is. It's different because I'm used to having all that other stuff, but I'm learning from it. It's a learning process too. It's refreshing.
I see y'all definitely a good duo because as soon as you stopped, she just came in. So I guess y'all have a lot of practice because as soon as you got stuck, she said, yes, I'll take it from here, Norm.
You can learn from
sit back.
You can learn something.
No, that's all right, man. This is their time now.
I'm just enamored by the group right here. You just formed it off of just meeting each other over social media and then talking and working it out. Most people, they've known each other for long periods of time, for years and years, and then they finally say, you know what, okay, let's just do something here. It's just like a boom, boom, and then it looks so good right here that I'm just enamored by it. So I wish you the best.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
You so much.
I mean, it wasn't an intention to say, we're a group, because that's not really, how we see it, because we are both, solo artists, and, she's got her thing and I've got my thing as well.
Right.
But, we look at those great duet artists of the past, the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, the Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaways, and people like that who had successful solo careers, but also came together and really made magic.
Does Justin know who they are?
I know some of the solo artists.
No, you know why? Because every time we have these trap people on the show, you know who this is, Rodeo? I be like, well, I just know the tune. I don't know them individually.
All right, first of all, I listen to, my parents got them old school records.
Okay, all right.
And I legitimately mean a vinyl. I'm not even talking in CDs, I'm talking vinyls in the house.
8 tracks.
So, no 8 tracks.
Nah,
it's vinyl.
no 8 tracks. They don't make 8 tracks no more.
But yes, I know who some of the solo artists are. I don't know the duet artists and honestly what they've sung together.
Johnny Gill and Stacey Lattisaw. That was a duet too.
Yes, I remember that.
Tell them to say a same song. What song they sung together?
No.
See?
God bless them on the trap dudes. That's what the remix.
Listen, I know my songs. When I hear them, I know them. I can't just go up top. Because ain't nobody want to hear me sing anyway, I sing in the background, very quietly.
Julia, let me ask you now, again, a vet of the music game. Where do you see the music game going now? Because obviously it was a time when, you had A&Rs. Now only A&R exists. There was a time where people would rush out to buy music. Now everything is download. There was a time when, shows were bigger productions. Now they're more like just, quick hits. How obviously you guys are doing your thing as a trio and as a duet and your own. But where do you see the music industry, the strength of the music industry at 2017 now? Your thoughts?
It's different for me because I'm old school and I like, I come from the 90s era.
Right.
So I wish they would bring that music back.
Yes.
But because that's real music. But I mean, I'm not saying these new artists, they're,
No, it's okay. You can say it because I agree.
They can't hold them.
No. You can say it because I agree with you.
They can't hold the candle.
No, let's think about it. In the 90s, we had a lot of great R&B groups.
Yes.
We had great R&B groups. Now you don't have no R&B groups anymore.
I don't think
There was no. It was groups. There's no groups.
Nobody wants to
that's what I'm
share
saying.
no more. See,
We
everybody wants
still
to
had,
have the spotlight
but
on
in the
them.
groups you still
Right.
had solo. You had great solo artists. I take a New Edition for instance.
Oh,
You had a Belle Biv DeVoe, one group inside a New Edition. You also had Bobby and Ralph, two great solo artists. I don't care what anybody says to me. Bobby
Johnny.
and Johnny,
Yeah.
three great solo artists. So, in one group you had 3 solo artists and another group inside of one group. You don't have that anymore.
Well, there's still
Right.
some classic groups. I was at a show recently last year with one of my favorite groups,
Mint
Mint
Condition?
Condition,
Yeah.
Tony,
Oh, I
Tony,
love
Tony.
them. I had shows with them.
Yeah.
They're live.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, so
They still get it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but those guys still get it. I remember it never rains in Southern California.
All right, at least you know that tune. All
Come
right.
on, don't play. I know my
Facebook's
90s.
gonna copyright you in a minute.
That's okay. I sung it. But those are groups. Like when you can go back to that era, like you said, and pull
Yeah.
that back out. A lot of people are gonna come back to that because even the young people still hear that music and they still like that.
They
music.
like it,
and
yeah.
that brings that old flavor
I'm
out.
taking you back. Groups were popular back in the 70s and the 60s. It just enhanced. It got more with the younger crowd back in the 80s and 90s. But if you want to go back to the 60s and even the 50s, it was groups were very popular. There wasn't a lot of individual singers
But they
back
were
then.
I
signing.
mean, you had Temptations, okay.
Yeah, but they were
Yeah.
groups. Yeah, they
OJs.
were groups.
But so you gotta remember too,
Yeah.
because I mean, you gotta really look at more of the composers, because a lot of the
Yes.
songs that they sang back then was
Right.
more to like love and also what's going
Yeah.
on and everything else. Nowadays, it's more like sex,
To
who's
anything.
getting what, who's
To
fighting this
anything.
person, all that stuff. It's not like what
It's
it.
more mumbling.
Yeah, it's
Mumble
not like
rap.
how it was used to be. So those music
Right,
back in the
right.
days was
Mumble.
really touching people's souls and everything else from
Yeah.
back then.
Right.
It meant something more back then than it is does.
Right, and that's important because as a songwriter, that's what I always try to make sure that I stay in tune with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because songs that are meaningful, songs that are substantive, are the ones that stand the test of time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And they're the same ones like we're talking about now.
Yeah.
All of those
Yes.
songs from back then that really sound as good today as
They
they
did
did
back when it first
when
came
they
out.
were
Yeah.
on the charts.
I was waiting for one of y'all to make a Trump song.
Hold that thought. You might make a joke, but when we come back, I want to talk about that because in every era, we talked about the 60s, you mentioned the 60s, where there was protest and uprising.
Yeah.
Music played a very
Yeah.
important
It did.
role.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We're talking to two artists that are about the music. So when we
Right.
come back, I want to talk about today's world and what you kind of feel like was spawned music-wise from that. That was just Body Rush.
Body
Talk about
Rush.
when
Yeah.
you wrote that song. That's a fantastic song.
Amazing
That's
song.
baby
Oh,
making
thank
music
you.
on Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
And it's raining outside. I better get this now. This is the day to stay in the
But
house.
talk about what went into doing this song, right? I know you
Yeah,
big
yeah.
writing part of it, but talk about
Sure. All right. Well, you know what? I set out to create a song that was gonna reflect that wow moment. You know what I mean? When you lock eyes on the one.
See fireworks.
Exactly.
Right,
not
right.
not just something for the night, but
That's-
just
yeah.
something that's
That's
featured
trap
one-
female.
Right, exactly.
The dot, not the dot.
Right, exactly.
The dot.
And just about that feeling that comes over you when you know what I mean?
That's
Because
her.
if you think about what a body rush would be, that's like the ultimate euphoria.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when I thought about a storyline to go along with that, what better theme than love and boy meets girl and romance and you know what I mean?
You
And
said the key
timeless.
word
Yeah.
romance. We don't have enough
Yeah,
romance
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
No, we have romance nowadays. It's
That
called
ain't romance.
bend
It's
over and take this and enjoy this real quick.
Put this in your mouth.
And then take it all the way down and rip your panties off. Listen, that's the
Panty
microwave.
drop up. We were playing the song earlier. Panty drop up.
That's called the microwave
That's not-
romance
that's
song.
not
Justin caught
romance.
that.
That's the
Ringo.
microwave
That's an
romance
Olympic
song.
sport. That's not romance.
Listen, that's the
Okay.
microwave romance song nowadays.
Right.
Juliet, going back to you with the song Body Rush from a female perspective, what type of a response are you getting from a lot of your colleagues throughout the industry?
They love it. It's romance.
Yeah.
And people want romance. Well,
Right.
real,
Believe it
women
or
want
not.
romance. Men want romance.
And
women
finance.
Want romance.
Ain't no romance without finance.
Now, you know what it is? People looking for real romance songs, like songs that they could actually enjoy and remember
Right.
how they grew up instead of having to go back and listening to old CDs and old music.
Right.
They want people to come out with the same music, just redo it again, make it a little bit more up to date. And I think you've really captured that with this, with the Body
Thank you.
Rush.
Thank you.
I don't know when music stopped feeling. Somewhere along the line, music stopped touching us. It just became words and lyrics and a beat and a hot 16.
And that's
I don't-
unfortunate.
Right. Even like the rap stuff, like I Need Love, LL, and some of the stuff Pac made. Music
Yeah,
stopped
that's
touching
real.
us somewhere. I don't know when, but one day I woke up and music was just noise.
I think it's just
But you
we
know
just
what?
get
Another thing I
numb.
used to love about music too was like, even though you had a very good song out, the main thing that you always just wanted to go home is run home, watch Video Music Box or Hot Tracks, and
Yeah.
catch the videos. Because you remember those, right? Because those videos was
that's
always
going
something
back.
good with the song.
Yes.
And it was actually director on Hot Tracks.
All right.
I mean,
Wow.
it shows you in music because years ago you could tell somebody, I don't have words to tell you how much I feel. I want to play this song
Right.
for you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do that
Can't
today
do that.
because
Right.
a woman be like, I'm gonna burn your house down. What you talking about in that music?
I mean,
I
you
set you
got
out.
you got a few artists here and there that might get you
Here
one
and
track
there, here and
off of
there.
a 16-track album. You might get one track where you could actually sit down and listen to,
And that's
but not-
track 10.
whatever number. It could be 6, 1, or 10, whatever. They just don't have a body of work like we're used to. But you could sit down and listen to a whole album, and you don't
Right.
skip a track. You just enjoy the whole album, and the whole album is nice and clean and clear. You don't have that anymore.
But you know what? I think that's kind of a reflection of where we are as a society. I think we live in a very instant gratification minded society that has been cultivated a lot by social media. And I gotta have what I want when I want it right now.
And I gotta
You know
get
what
my
mean?
likes. Gotta get my likes up. My likes gotta be up.
Exactly.
You think we are numb now in a sense?
I don't know if we're necessarily numb, but I think we've just gotten very short attention spans.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's reflected in the music.
Yeah.
You
You're right.
because like you said, to sit down and listen to an entire body of work, that takes time. You know,
Right.
and I think we're so busy in our lives, and we've just gotten so conditioned to the rush
Exactly.
that taking time for the simple things and to appreciate
Right.
those little things is really kind of becoming an archaic practice, unfortunately.
That's what I wanted to talk to you guys
Yeah.
about when we came to the break after we played the song. It's
Yeah.
about today's world. I mean, we talked about it earlier about what's happening in Washington, what's happening in our world, and how the last time we had an uprising, uplifting, music played a very big role.
Yes.
Julia, I'm going to throw this question to you. From a standpoint of today's world, do you see music playing a new renaissance of music coming out because of what's going on in Washington and some of the things that people are seeing that in today's world we need love and compassion more than ever?
I think we do. I think we really do, but I don't think just with, because Trump is in office or
Right. No,
whatever.
it's just right. That's just a byproduct,
Yeah.
but it's so bigger than much bigger than that.
But we do need that.
Right.
We definitely need that type of music. And the new music that's out now, it's the new era
Yeah.
for the new kids.
Right.
But they like our stuff.
Nah,
They
yeah.
do. They like it because even
I'm a
my
kid,
son
I like
likes
it. I'm a kid, I like it.
You better like my music.
Right?
I'm here.
But you know what? To your point, though, music has always been the voice of the voiceless,
Yeah.
and
Right.
for the disenfranchised, you know. So whenever there is a societal shift like the one that we're seeing now, you're always going to have something come out of the art form that reflects that. I mean, I think about songs like, Rise Up by Andra Day, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Songs that have messages that are relevant to what's going on and reflective of what people are feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of the art of music. I mean,
Expression.
exactly. I mean, we make a lot of jokes about, the microwave, called, things like that,
The microwave society.
yeah, right. But but I think just at the core of the art form, if you peel back the layers, you're always going to find something that is going to be reflective of what's going on in the world around you.
Right.
We're talking again to Norm Adams, Julia Robertson, Body Rush. You heard it here a few minutes ago. What's next for you two? As a, I know you're individual artists, but as a duet, what's next after Body Rush? Because you can't stop after this.
Please don't. Please don't.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We actually just finished recording our follow-up single.
Okay.
Hopefully, we want to have that out by the end of summer. It's being mixed down now.
Yeah.
But then the whole process starts up again with the
Right.
video shoot and all of that. So that's gonna take a bit of time.
I would like y'all to do a trilogy, like a song.
Spell
like R.
trilogy,
Kelly.
Rodeo.
No, don't do it. Please don't. No, we don't. Wait, go ahead.
do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on, you only got
And say,
5
keep
letters
going,
left.
I'm
You got
sorry.
5 letters left.
We don't have enough time left. Don't spell that.
But,
We got a few minutes left.
But I would like, I think R. Kelly was really the only one that did it, but I would think that y'all would definitely, with the experience y'all have, y'all could put like a 4 or 5 package video with a song that continues to a next.
Well, you know what? We definitely want to continue
That's
to
what we're
record
doing.
together.
Working.
I get
because
20%.
just because you full of the idea.
He saw 5 heartbeats.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep it going,
Right.
because people kind of like us together. So
It works.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Sometimes
been
it
a good
happens.
run.
Just peanut butter finds chocolate, and you got Reese's. So I mean,
Hey, there you go.
I always thought it was
Always
peanut
gotta
butter
be
found
food
jelly
with
and they
you.
got married.
Always gotta be food.
I always heard it was peanut butter found jelly and then they got married.
that's another story.
Always
but-
gotta be food. Always
I'm new age. Real quick before we get you out of here, where can people find the song at? More information about you guys? Want to book you guys? What's your information?
Okay. All right. You can go to my website, www.normadamsmusic.com, and there are all the links to all the digital outlets. The song is on iTunes, it's on
Right.
Spotify, it's
SoundCloud,
on Apple Music. Yeah, you can find it everywhere, and there's links on there on my website. My social media across the board is Norm Adams Music. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please check me out on that. I do follow back, so
Fantastic.
let's connect there.
Julia?
And I'm Miss Julia Robertson. That's on Facebook. It's on Instagram and Twitter.
Happy Mother's Day, Queen, as well.
Thank
Yes.
you so
All
much.
the very best.
Can I have a
Thank you.
quick question? Did you your old group ever thinking about getting together, doing something?
They're all doing separate things. We still see each other. Everybody's got their
That's
own
good.
individual
That's
things
good.
Oh,
going
okay.
on. It would be nice.
Come on stage.
Let's bring them on
Surprise
950 Network.
something.
You heard that, Nye?
You know what? I gotta say though, I mean, they're very. That is a bond that those ladies have, because when we did, the Body Rush video, they really came out to to support. In fact, Tisha, shout out to Tisha, did a cameo appearance,
Yeah.
in the video, and Monica was there, on set with us. So
Yeah, she
they-
does my makeup.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
does makeup to the stars. Everybody has their own different
So
thing they're
it's
doing.
good that
now.
y'all still have
They
that
definitely
bond.
support
Right.
their girl.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they
Support each
ex-girlfriend for
other.
life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe that can work one day.
Yeah.
Get you back and say, you
Yes,
never
sir.
know, right?
Something-
Never
The
know.
money right, Julia? The
There
money
you
right.
go. There you
Something
go.
happen when you make a phone call. You know at least 4 people coming.
There you go.
Who you got? Again, get the Body Rush CD. Julia Robinson, Norm Adams, 2 talented people. You'll enjoy it. They got more music coming. Just wait on it. Thank you guys for coming today.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you again
Thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
It's
It's been
fun.
great running to.
Absolutely,
You never know
bro.
when you run back into
Absolutely,
this, right?
man. Yeah,
5 years
yeah.
later.
I
You know I
remember
met
it
Zoe.
was
Yeah.
cold. It was cold that day. I
Right,
remember.
right.
Oh, it was brick
We
cold.
were
It was.
freezing. Remember we?
Yeah, it was freezing. But you know what?
Bobby didn't put y'all in a Cadillac?
Yeah, Bobby, what's up with that? Bobby,
Bobby
so
is crazy.
No, but you know what? But this is a perfect example of why they say you never burn bridges.
Yeah.
Because you
Right.
never know when you may have to go back
Yeah,
over
never
them.
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a
Small-
perfect example.
Small
So,
world.
That's it.
exactly.
Well, continued success
Exactly.
to you both.
Right.
Yes.
And